Welcome to my channel. I'm Princess Lillian and today's video is about what happens when you bury a fish under your tomato plant in the garden. Please take a moment to press the subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed, and if you are, welcome back. Today we'll learn a few things about what's in the soil. To produce these big tomatoes, one of the things in the soil is the fish, which serves as fertilizers. Let's go over and take a look at the tomato patch. I buried fish bits under each plant and the tomatoes just keep fruiting and fruiting. You can see the ripe tomatoes all over the patch, and that is because the fish in the soil is decomposing and the nutrients are available to the plant roots for use. Let's go in and see how much tomatoes we have in here today. These tomatoes on this side are the remaining part of the determinate tomato I harvested in my last video. So these tomatoes are still part of the same single plant. We have so much tomatoes in here. That's because the tomatoes has got nitrogen, phosphorus and magnesium from the fish breaking down. The fish is not readily available directly. First, it has to be digested by microorganisms and earthworms, and then it becomes available to the plants. That is how it works. So that's why we have to have earthworms even when I want to put the fish in the soil. I placed the fish deep in the hole. I put soil on it, and then I placed the tomato plant on top. So the fish gets decomposed by microorganisms, which makes the food available to the earthworms, and finally it becomes usable by the plant roots. You can see this harvest is so big. That is because of the fish. This fish does not have to be the entire whole fish. You can just cut off the head and the guts, the scales, the fins, the parts of the fish that you are already going to throw away anyway. But then you may add if you can also source this from the market. Some of the fishmongers will give you the fish head. That will come in very useful. Put this at the bottom, put some soil on it, and then place your tomato on it. The microorganisms in the soil, bacteria and fungi, will act on the fish. It's called decomposition. Now there is mycorrhiza. That's the kind of fungal plant relationship that is symbiotic, that is, it benefits both the plant and the fungus. So this fungus grows on the plant roots and in the soil. It extends over a very wide area so that it goes very far away from where the fish head is really. That's where the fungus will now transport the fungus will now transport the nitrogen, phosphorus, calcium that is present in the bowl through the mycorrhiza, and this will be transported all over your garden bed. If you put it in the soil, will be transported all over your soil in your garden, and this really helps gardening. It's actually one secret of gardening, because then your soil will be living, it will be teeming with so many microorganisms and even larger organisms that we can see with the eyes. This helps to prevent diseases and pests, because the insects and microorganisms and earthworms that will be present in your soil will be beneficial. Dangerous ones will not be able to take hold in your garden soil, and so your fight with the pests and diseases is already half won. But then you now have to fight things like butterflies laying their larvae, or slugs. The slugs come along when you're trying to breed earthworms. So those are the ones that you will have to be fighting, and you will also have to contend with aphids. But all these would not be able to attack to your plants, because your plants will be very healthy from the onset, and those organisms, they take a chance on plants that are not so healthy, plants that are stretched. Those are the ones that aphids like to approach and really attack. If your plant is not stretched, aphids will not be able to lay a hold on it. So at this point we will be harvesting. So at this point I'm getting a tool to pull out the roots. I want to show the roots of this plant. Remember, it had 4 stems. Now we have only 3 stems, because I took out 1 stem last week. So these 3 stems, they produced all the tomatoes for this determinate plant, and you can see the roots. That's not all the roots, that's just the amount of roots cut out with the tool. So that's the framework of the determinate plant. So this is the framework of the determinate plant. It had 4 roots, and I have only 3. So I'm going to harvest the indeterminate tomatoes off camera, and then I will be back to show you the stems. Here are the stems of the indeterminate tomato. Harvested it, and I'm just trying to show you. This is one, and that is where I cut it from, there in the soil, and I'll show you the second one lying down there, and we have the third one, which is the main stem. So they've all been very productive. It's shown us that tomato plants can produce a lot. So that's one point, and that's the second point. Tomato plants can produce a lot if you put a fish into your soil. You help your soil to gain that mycorrhiza advantage that organic gardening should have. That is one thing that organic gardening should have. Should have a mycorrhiza fungi. That is one thing an organic garden should have. It should have mycorrhizal fungi growing in it, and this would definitely stem from if you put fish into your soil. Thank you very much for coming along with us on this gardening journey, from the beginning right to the suckers and then to the end. I'm going to take out all the tomatoes in this plant today. It's been an interesting journey. I hope you have learned one thing or two to use in your own garden, and we'll go back again to show you the other side of this garden. Yes, I've chopped this plant. I've taken off the flowers, so there's not been flower production. After the 8th trousseau, I chopped this plant. There's not been any more flowering, so all the plant had to do was just grow big. And this is the tomato patch from the other side, so you can see all the floor of the bed has been cleared. So I'll come back again and harvest all this today and cut off all these leaves so that the beefsteak, larger tomatoes, can be exposed to the sunlight, and when they grow completely red, I can harvest them in 2 days time. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and leave a comment.